Previously on Ultranatic. Do you want to know what kind of music always puts me in a good mood? Yeah, cartoon intros, they always put a smile on my face. In fact, I'm gonna do another top 10 list on them. Yeah, I'm gonna do another top 10 cartoon intros list. But I always have a different theme for every list, so this will be no different. But what theme should I do this time? Well, I have an idea. Oh no, not this. It's time to represent girl power. Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic. Do you like my new place? Yeah, I got a new apartment because I sort of had to move out of my old one due to a certain interrupting pink feather duster. What is that? Heidi, hey! I present to you said interrupting pink feather duster. My name is Ultroni, the biggest brony in the world and a childhood friend of Ultranatics. And though we drifted apart several years ago, I'm on a mission to rekindle our friendship. Is it storming where you are? No, it's clear skies. Why? It's just that I've seen less thunder and lightning around Thor. Oh, that just happens when I get really excited about something. It's not like I'm subjecting someone bound and gagged in the next room to hours and hours of hypnosis to ensure I love My Little Pony as much as I do and I can finally have another friend in my life. I'm starting to have second thoughts about you being in this video. You have another expert on that down there? No. Well, too bad, I'm here to stay. For better or for worse. But you're right, I do need your expertise on this one, because this video is going to be about a list of theme songs for a certain demographic this time, the female demographic. As a person who's seen hundreds of cartoon intros, I've noticed several trends. And one that's popped up, which doesn't seem to get talked about a lot, is theme songs from feminine cartoons. The cartoons normally marketed to ladies, though can be enjoyed by anyone. Heck, there are some cartoons for girls that boys unapologetically watch. And that's what this list is for. I'm gonna go over the top 10 theme songs from quote-unquote girly cartoons.
Hey, what's wrong with being girly? Well, I'll tell you what. Nothing. You got me. Fine.
The theme itself doesn't have to sound girly, but if the show itself is targeted more at women, or if it invokes strong feminist ideals, it's eligible for this list. And as an expert on one of the most popular cartoons for girls of all time, I have to recommend... Listen, old friend, please don't be disappointed if Friendship is Magic isn't on the list, even if you really want it. Actually, I was going to say Sailor Moon. Oh, that reminds me. No anime. What? Well, they kind of dominate the list if I didn't put that restriction in. True, but I super duper wanted Sailor Moon on this list. That's definitely not the weather. Okay, I'll compromise. Would you be happy seeing it as the buffer for this video? I'll take that as a yes. I'm also excluding closing intros to avoid obvious picks like these on the list. Wait a second. For these videos, don't you normally wear something different? Oh, don't worry, I've got this one covered. Oh no, you don't! Oh my god, What did you do to me and how did you do it? I changed your wardrobe using... magic. Just magic? Yeah, what'd you think I meant, sorcery? You know what, screw it, I like your wardrobe choices. Why, thank you. Now, without further ado, this is a list of what I consider the top 10 feminine cartoon theme songs. Number 10. Originally, this list was going to be entitled the top 10 girly cartoon theme songs. Yeah, I'd be annoyed too. And that not only gives off a negative connotation, but it's also not very accurate. Especially with this first pick. 5 o'clock, get a call to go blading at the skate park down by the mall. Yeah, if I was ranking girly cartoon theme songs, you know, sugar, spice, everything nice, then obviously something like the Powerpuff Girls would make much more sense here. Unfortunately, I said no closing themes, and I don't think their opening theme is strong enough for this list. Unlike that theme, however, which is spoken, My Life as a Teenage Robot is actually sung, and in a truly innovative way, I might add. Listen to the lyrics without visuals and see if you can spot a progression. 5 o'clock, get a call to go blading at the skate park down by the mall. Okay, so this girl is sociable and likes rollerblading. That's fairly normal, but very distinct. But my mom says I gotta prevent hostile aliens from the Wait, you also stop aliens from conquering the world? And you have the strength of how many men? Is this a cartoon about a teenage Captain Marvel? Wait, how would Captain Marvel rust? Oh, you're a robot!
You know it's in the title, Donut Head.
Well, I know that, but imagine you were listening to this theme song for the first time. The lyrics built on top of each other so perfectly, always showing a new detail of this character. She's a super strong, alien-fighting robot who happens to also have the values and interests of a teenage girl. That's not only relatable, but it's really awesome, too. Add a catchy pop rock beat under it, and you've got a theme song that needs no upgrade. Number 9. One cartoon I would have loved to have included on this list of the best feminine cartoon themes is Cyber 6.
Right on! But haven't you already talked about that one?
Yeah, but that's not the reason it's not on this list. It's because Cyber 6's character, as amazing as she is, isn't really regarded as an icon among female cartoon characters. The good news is there's another character with long clothes and a fedora who I think is a true feminine icon.
Wait, why this theme song?
You don't like Carmen Sandiego?
Don't insult me! Carmen Sandiego is one of the most iconic female cartoon characters from the late 80s to the early 90s.
Good, we agree.
But wouldn't the original have made more sense here?
Yeah, that theme song is more memorable, but I'm not including it on this list for one, admittedly, kinda hypocritical reason. It's too flashy. Let me explain. For those who don't know, Carmen Sandiego is an edutainment character who got her start in video and computer games centered around geography. And later, that transitioned into a game show and even a cartoon series that ran from 1994 to 1999. The idea is that Carmen Sandiego is an international thief who you have to find based on clues that she leaves behind. Because of that, the original theme song being really over the top is a major flaw. This person isn't some criminal mastermind or super intelligent renegade. She's more like a grown woman playing a game of tag, you're it. The tone just doesn't work for who the character is supposed to be, which thankfully is fixed when the series got rebooted to Netflix in 2019. Personally, I haven't seen this reboot yet, but based on the style of this intro, I've got to. Admittedly, the theme song is kind of a grower, but when it grows on you, it covers you like vines covering a house. The visuals are so slick and detailed, mixing 2D and 3D animation flawlessly. And the music is so soft and mysterious, which makes the idea of chasing a criminal more plausible than... To her credit, still more solo exit than Izzy from Total Drama. But I especially have to give credit to the music, which was produced by Jared Lee Gosselin, who's also helped produce the soundtracks for Shark Tale and Shrek the Third. It is what it is. And it's sung by Raquel Castro of The Voice fame.
Gosh, I love The Voice! I remember Raquel from their very first season!
Yeah, and intriguingly, she's the second ex-scene show contestant I've discovered to have sung the intro to a rebooted cartoon. Well, in this intro, she sounds like she's got great control over her voice. And speaking of voice, I wonder what her blind audition was like.
Closed off from love, didn't need the pain. Once or twice was enough, and it was all in vain. But I don't care what they say, I'm in love with you. They try to pull me away, but they don't know the truth.
Well, at least it's better than Tom Hulse from Hunchback 2.
That's not saying much.
No, it isn't.
Either way, this theme is suspenseful, intelligent, and really gives the feeling of a good mystery.
Where in the world
Number 8. Let me introduce you to, or for some of you, reacquaint you with a horrible cartoon series from the 2010s called Pig, Goat, Banana, Cricket.
Pig, goat, banana, cricket.
That is not on this list.
Of course not. Not just because its intro was annoying, disgusting, and worthless, but because, kind of obviously, this isn't a feminine cartoon. I'd argue it's too immature to be a masculine cartoon either, but I had to mention it for its weird as fudgicles title. It's just 4 nouns, which, aside from 3 being animals, have barely anything in common except that, when combined together, they create the most ridiculous, nonsensical show possible. Now, imagine we did that for the female demographic. Well, okay, this title has nouns that actually do have something in common. A show with the title Rainbow, Butterfly, Unicorn, Kitty sounds like a parody of girls' cartoons. It feels like that name belongs only in this context.
Blueberry tea, fairy, yummy kitten rainbows.
Unicorn, sparkle, poofy, muffin, easy bake oven, word salad.
But oh boy, even without watching this show, I know it sucks.
That's not fair. You can't dislike a cartoon without seeing it.
I didn't say I disliked it. I just said that from a cursory glance, this show looks like garbage.
In Catlantic City, it rains catnip cat toys.
I feel like the show is trying to be the female equivalent of Adventure Time and Johnny Test. Though everyone realizes that that's not the only show it's taking inspiration from.
We have to go to Catlantic City. It's got everything a cat would ever dream of, but it's real. Hi, sunshine. Hi, flowers. Hi, castle. Hi, crocodile.
Princess Unikitty.
Unikitty's not a great show either. I'm not sure why you defend someone ripping that off. Hey, wait a minute! That's Rainbow Dash's cutie mark! This is the worst Rainbow Dash ripoff I've ever seen. Aside from rapper 6ix9ine stealing her main style, but...
I'd rather not speak of him.
Yeah, I feel dirty just bringing him up.
But unlike his music, which you and I can both agree is unlistenable, this theme song is actually pretty good. I mean, the lyrics are nothing special. All they tell you is that the titular character with these powers exists, and that she has a lot of friends who she gets into mishaps with. But honestly, the lyrics aren't what I like the most about this intro. It's the actual music. I like the disco track they put under it. It just kind of holds everything together. In a similar vein to Blurred Lines, though I can't defend that song's lyrics either. But sometimes the right composer can just make a good theme song. Actually, who did compose this? Blossoming Bubbles! It's Noam Caniel!
Who?
Oh my god, if your childhood had any television in it, you should know who this guy is. Noam Caniel is an Israeli musician who is known for making some of the best theme songs of all time. Just to name a few, he composed the Miraculous Ladybug and Tara Duncan theme songs, which sadly aren't on this list, as well as the intros to several Power Rangers shows, Code Lyoko, and the X-Men cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, and he even has some vocal credits having sung the theme song to Heathcliff.
So join in the Jubilee. The cats are great, they'll all agree.
Musically, this guy deserves way more attention than, say, Maroon 5. Unlike most of that band's hits, though, this theme song is a delight to listen to, not just for the composer, but just for how fun it sounds.
Together, best of friends, you and I together, exploring the sea.
Even if it is a ripoff, you can't deny that even a crummy cartoon can have a stellar cartoon intro. Number 7. Honestly, most of the theme songs on this list are pretty current, at least coming from this current century, which is a shame because there are several intros to feminine cartoons made outside this millennium which were still pretty good. Obvious contenders include Josie and the Pussycats and She-Ra, Princess of Power. I liked both of their styles, but honestly the theme songs from the 60s to the 70s have gotten a bit too much overplay for my taste. And while She-Ra is an amazing intro, especially given that it's narrated, it still has one tiny problem.
I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull.
I am Adora, He-Man's twin sister and defender of the Crystal Castle.
This is Cringer, my fearless friend.
This is Spirit, my beloved steed.
Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said,
Fabulous secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my sword and said,
by the power of Grayskull.
For the honor of Grayskull.
It's the exact same intro, just swapping genders.
I am She-Ra.
I'm all for women being represented, but you couldn't have done anything different. Thankfully, the Netflix reboot improved on it, but it wasn't enough to be on this list. But there is one theme song to an original pre-90s feminine cartoon, which I kind of have a soft spot for.
Yay, I love this theme song! Truly, truly, truly outrageous, outrageous.
I just realized how much that wig looks like Gem's, except with horse ears.
I look nothing like Jim from the cartoon.
Actually, I meant the movie.
Never speak of that abomination.
I just remembered, I have to change the locks on my doors. I'll make an appointment for that right now. You can never be too safe.
What does that have to do with this?
But let's ignore its simultaneous mooning and middle finger of a movie and look at the cartoon on its own. If you want a great glam rock theme song, Gem and the Holograms are pretty spot on genre-wise. Yeah, any problems I had with Carmen Sandiego being too flashy can be nixed with this theme song. I mean, do you see how she's dressed and do you see how extravagant her lifestyle is? Lady Gaga is a small town girl compared to Gem here. Even the lyrics, which are kind of repetitive. Still give the feeling of those headlines you see from ridiculous tabloids. If you want a good junk food theme song, this is it. I'm sure there are some people who would find fault in this intro somewhere, but I'm certainly not seeing anything. Okay, that one part was terrible, and I'd rather it be cut, but the rest is still flashy and vibrant in all the right ways. It really is good to say with sincerity that this music's contagious.
Outrageous.
Gem is my name, no one else is the same. Gem is my name.
Number 6. I'll admit, I've been talking about these theme songs for longer than I normally would. So let me balance it out by talking about the theme song to a cartoon that was refreshingly short. Okay, The Mysticons is yet another surprisingly poorly reviewed show for girls. That's a depressing trend. The NC was right in his review of Mamma Mia. Women deserve quality entertainment too. Mysticons was a fantasy show that took inspiration from other ensemble shows. It's got action and mystery and in-depth drama, and is still panned by critics. And not to jump to any conclusions, but I think I can figure out why.
Feeling lucky today? All it costs is 1 coin, and you can be a winner.
There.
Boo-hoo. Sad face emoji.
Yeah, that lingo is sprinkled all throughout the show like a badly baked cupcake.
Don't you dare insinuate those exist.
Putting that exorcist on speed dial.
Besides, I kind of like that moment.
You do?
Yes, actually.
Boo-hoo. Sad face emoji.
I mean, it's stupid, but it sounds like they're mocking the use of those words.
True, it's only annoying if the character starts saying it genuinely.
Everyone's multitasking, so just get with it. Selfie time!
It's annoying now.
Super quadruper annoying.
The good news is the theme song kicks ass. Yeah, I love the way the singer is invoking so much girl power in her vocal. Thanks in no small part to the singer, Melanie Dawn, and the composer, Danny Craig, the guy who played James Bond and the villain from Adventures of Tintin?
I think that's Daniel Craig.
Please let me have this. It's got awesome lyrics and awesome beat, and brings out the emotion of wanting to kick some major butt. It's one for all, and all for one. Number 5. Okay, so what I love about this next pick is... Please don't make me talk about that one.
This show is ending in a few months. Let's pay it proper respect.
No, and I'm not gonna let you pressure me into talking about this stupid bubblegum theme song, even if it is your favorite.
My Little Pony's theme song is not my favorite.
It's not?
No prendo. I mean, yes, I do like this theme song. Even people who don't will admit it gets better with time, unless you're Josh Scorcher. But it's not only an acquired taste, it'll always be associated with that annoyingly catchy jingle.
My little pony, I take her wherever I go.
So the theme song to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic isn't your favorite?
No. But the Italian version is.
Wait, what? Wow, that's the most pleasant surprise I've heard from Italian music since this. The #1 hit of 1958. Check it out, it's really good.
I'd love to, but let's first talk about this piece of Italian goddessness.
You can thank the mysterious Mr. Enter for introducing me to this theme song, as he put it on his top 20 best cartoon theme songs list.
You can also thank the original source of the video for introducing the world to it, Equestria Daily. Yeah, this came from the YouTube channel for the biggest fan site for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Fair is fair, this theme song is spectacular with orchestration that keeps building on top of itself every measure, and so much enthusiasm and passion from the singers that it doesn't matter what they're singing, you just know it's joyous. Beyond that, I love how this song, unlike traditional themes, which can be between 30 and 60 seconds, or even 90 seconds in some anime cases, goes for over 2 minutes, but somehow doesn't overstay its welcome. In fact, the only reason this theme song isn't higher is because I'm not entirely sure this is what the intro is actually supposed to look like. I mean, this looks great, but it looks great by PMV or Pony music video standards.
And what's wrong with PMV?
Nothing, they're perfectly fine. I just don't think they should be the intro to a major network animated series. I mean, wouldn't they have the budget to animate one for themselves? I acknowledge the visuals are great, I'm just not certain they're not fan-made. But even if it is, it's still an impressive spectacle to look at. Well, for a show called Friendship is Magic, the true magic can be found in its intro, in Italy.
Here we go!
Number 4. While I greatly appreciate Mr. Enter's love for the Italian MLP theme, there's another theme on this list he apparently isn't too fond of.
Some shows that I really love don't have the best themes, like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, for instance.
Say what?
What? Well, screw up Mr. Enter thinks I love this theme song.
Me too!
What?
Did we just agree on something?
Yeah, you and I have agreed on a lot in this video. I'm having a lot of fun, actually.
You know what? So am I. You know, maybe I shouldn't have judged you so harshly before, Ultroni. Chainsaw what?
What chainsaw? What? Oh, you can hear that? Oh, I'm sorry, I can explain.
You know what? Don't bother. I'd like to plead ignorance if this somehow goes to court.
If what goes to court?
So I know I said the closing intro to the Star was exempt, but the opening intro was still up for grabs. But okay, I guess objectively the song is a little annoying. It's obviously taking a lot of EDM inspiration and is charged with 100 counts of complete randomness and repetition. But given how random and quirky the show itself is, at least it kind of fits. And heck, unlike more current pop songs, at least there's some personality behind the beat and is actually less irritating to listen to. Compare this to, say, Friends by Marshmello and Anne-Marie.
So don't go look at me with that look in your eye.
Jeez, this makes friendship sound like torture, and I should know, I'm an expert.
On friendship or torture?
Yes.
So yeah, for anyone who finds this too irritating, I get it, but I've definitely heard worse. And heck, I give credit to the composer Brad Breek, who also composed music for Gravity Falls and Voltron Legendary Defender. Granted, he didn't do their theme songs, but given that resume, the theme songs he did do after this must have been golden. You will be taken and executed.
Brad Breek will be taken and executed?
No, the guy's fine. I'm talking about that horribly obnoxious theme song. So maybe Star was a fluke, but it's a fluke I could definitely get behind. What more is there to love about this theme song than being a little weird and a lot wild?
It's gonna get a little weird, gonna get a little wild. I ain't from around here, I'm from another dimension.
Number 3. I really owe you an apology, Ultroni.
Really? Why?
Because I've shown a lot of disdain for your love of all things My Little Pony, and yet this theme song is in my top 3. Yeah.
Wow, you've got some double standards.
I know, but this humiliation should make up for it. Yeah, I'm on record for saying I like the theme song for basically the girly version of the Care Bears, which I've also seen described as a cartoon for girls. That might be the most demeaning thing I've ever heard about the female gender. Well, okay, not really, but still. Ouch. But yes, I do like this theme song. I think it's because it's just so pure and innocent. That's less a staple of cartoons for girls than it is of little kid shows, but we all like their kid show intros. In fact, I intend to make a theme song list about those in the future, but let's keep on track. The entire theme song is just talking about how wonderful, cute, and yes, even sweet the main character is.
I know a girl, and there is no one sweeter. She's got that special touch, best friend in the world. And when you get to meet her, you'll love her very much. You'll find growing better all the time.
Ironically, even though she's named after a dessert, she sounds more sweet in a delicious fruit salad kind of way, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Plus, the intro just has this infectious sing-along vibe to it, which even I, as a full-grown man, succumb to. Strawberry, strawberry shortcake. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Deliciously.
You sound way too much like Hannibal Lecter when you say that. But yeah, that's exactly how I describe this theme song, as delicious and absolute delight. Number 2. Ultroni,
Yes?
why don't you guess what the next theme song is?
Well, do I get a clue or anything?
I'll do you one better, you get 3 lifelines.
Lifelines? What? Oh, phone a friend.
Sure, you'll have a reliable source in your context, just call your very best friend.
Well, that'd be you.
Your other best friend.
I got to bet on that one. I'm just gonna call whoever has the biggest brain. Can I call Twilight Sparkle?
This whole thing's just for show, go for it.
Oh, I've had dreams about this. Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world.
This is another theme song that many declare to be one of the best, not just from Disney, but of all time. And I'm not sure what I could say about that no one else has already.
Doesn't matter where or when there's trouble, if you just call my name, impossible.
It's got a slick, controlled, yet action-packed orchestration behind it, confident but coy vocals from R&B artist Christina Milian,
Who's also been involved in The Voice.
I really don't care anymore, and tells you everything awesome but still relatable about our main character.
Call me big man if you wanna reach me, when you wanna page me, it's okay. Whenever you need me, baby. Call me beep man if you wanna reach me.
This is like my life as a teenage robot times 20. And heck, XJ9 had to have that strength programmed into her. Kim is done through pure skill. And between the two, Kim Possible is just more impressive, not just as a character, but as a theme song.
Danger or trouble, I'm there on the double. You know that you always can call impossible.
This is the kind of theme song that could easily be fit into one of her action scenes, or heck, other action scenes.
Danger or trouble, I'm there on the double. You know that you always can call
Baba Yaga.
I don't know what else to say about this piece of near perfection in the form of a cartoon theme song. But after listening to it again, I know who I'm putting as the first favorite in my contacts. My parents. Kim Possible's a close second, though.
So what's the sitch? Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me.
And the #1 best feminine cartoon theme song is... I personally think that this theme song is so good that not only is it going to top this list, but it nearly topped a previous list of mine. Over a year ago, I named the theme song for the French animated series w.i.t.c.h to be the second best Halloween TV theme song. Funny enough though, I think this show works as both a Halloween and feminine cartoon, even though I haven't actually seen any of it.
Hold on, have you seen any of the cartoons on this list?
I've seen half of them. This is just in the half that I haven't seen.
How can you consider something a feminine or Halloween cartoon if you haven't watched it?
The title of the show is w.i.t.c.h, and it's an ensemble show about 5 teenage girls. I think it qualifies in both categories. Yeah, if a show or movie has more than one main female character, usually it's marketed for the female demographic because that's just how Hollywood works. Again, several of these shows can and are being enjoyed by myself and other audiences, but the statistics still apply. That being said, any doubt that the show is feminine is totally justified. Nothing about this intro would give the impression of it being a quote-unquote girly cartoon. Unlike most of the past entries, there's not much in the way of bright, vibrant color. Instead going more for a gothic style, though there is some color in there.
There is a place where darkness reigns. We got the power to fight back. We save the day, united by the sword.
As for the visuals, the main characters are clearly in conflict with much darker and more threatening enemies, unlike, say, Darkheart or any other Care Bears villain.
Time for a game of disappearing bears.
The only definitive feminine aspect to this song I can find is its singer, Marion Raven, a Norwegian singer and dub actress for Rapunzel from Tangled and Poppy from Trolls in the same country. And just like the singers from My Little Pony's Italian theme song, she sings this song like this show means the world to her.
We can become more than we know. The heart will lead the way to what we can control.
And the composition completely backs it up, having been done by Noam Canio. I told you this guy deserved more attention! And much like Noam Canio, I feel women don't get the appreciation they deserve. So many female icons in media have been huge sources of inspiration towards self-esteem and purpose. And that's led to so many everyday women becoming driving forces in helping the world spin. I mean, come on, they're the reason we're all breathing right now. Well, okay, half the reason, but between both genders, they endure through the toughest parts. And given that's a magic trick that no other gender can do, I feel it's only fitting to liken that accomplishment to this magical theme song. And that's why I declare w.i.t.c.h to be the #1 best feminine cartoon theme song. And that was my top 10 feminine cartoon theme songs. I hope you enjoyed it, and a special thank you to Ultranatic for helping to make a fantastic video. You know what? I think I was wrong about you, Ultranatic. You're definitely a lot less weird and scary than I thought you'd be.
Sorry, I hear it too. Let me go have a talk with my new neighbor.
New neighbor, what?
Hey, turn down the frosted movie, would you? I'm trying to film here. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. The guy next door is watching a horror movie marathon.
Really?
Yeah, and he's always watching movies at the volume of NASA launches.
You mean you don't have a chainsaw revving to torture somebody?
No, why would I carry a chainsaw?
Good point. So, to clarify, you don't have someone bound and gagged in the next room that you're subjecting to hours and hours of hypnosis to ensure they love My Little Pony as much as you do and you can finally have another friend in your life?
No, I specifically told you I wasn't doing that. Though, I guess me saying that probably gave the impression I did. Yeah, sorry, poor choice of words.
So you're not demented or crazy?
Of course I am. Just not to the point of committing blatant crimes. Do I come across that way?
I'd rather be honest and just say, yeah, it did kind of come across that way. Well, hey, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you or anything.
I blew it. I tried to be nice and innocent for this video with you, and yet this stupid misunderstanding makes me look like a creepy, psychotic Ronaldo. I'm sorry if I wasted your time. I'll show myself out.
Ultroni, don't go anywhere. You didn't waste any of my time. Sure, you might have trouble interacting with people, but that's not your personality. It's just a lack of understanding. And you being in this video showed me that while your passion's a touch overbearing, you're still a sweet, playful person who just wants to share their passion with somebody. And it's not just My Little Pony either. I mean, you just referenced Steven Universe there. I approve. And that shows there's more layers to you that deserve to be explored.
Thank you. Does this mean you still want to be friends with me?
Don't phrase it that way. We're not 4 years old. But yes, I'd like us to be friends again.
Thank you so much. You made me the happiest brony in the whole world.
Not a problem.
So as the start of a beautiful friendship, can I pick your next video? I promise it's not My Little Pony related.
Sure, what is it?
Well, since this was a video about cartoons for the ladies, how about a review of an animated movie empowering women?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Madball's gross jokes! Okay, I think I deserve that. That wasn't very funny.